Hey, what's up, everybody? Peace. What's up, JC? I got a little gripe I want to express with you guys here, and it's more than just a gripe. It's trying to help you guys out, the real world people, because as you guys have heard me say before, try not to do what we do in here. Yeah, in general, there's some things you should learn from us. Don't get me wrong. But there are some things that, in general, you should not. And one of those things is emulating our ignorance. This place is one of the things that separates us from the general public is that we have people in prison have a lower level of education, lower, level of general knowledge, and we're just generally more ignorant. Reason being is because, it's complex social learning, educational factors, economic factors, you name it. But the point is, don't be like us. And here's a fun example about, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, because we know there's a lot of believers out there, and I talk about this in my book, not your granny's advice, but it's about astrology. And here it is. So what I used to do is, I used to be a big believer in it, right? Back in the day, a long time ago. Now, not so much. And the way I show people that astrology is not all it's cracked up to be is what I do is I get the paper, or I used to do it, over here they don't pass out free paper like other places I've been to. And I'd get it first thing in the morning, have it in front of me, and then people would come up and be like, can I get it? And I already knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to look at the horoscope. So I'd be like, hold on, wait. I'm going to look at the horoscope. And they'd say, oh, that's what I wanted to look at. And I'd be like, oh, here, why don't I read your sign? And so what I'd do is I'd ask them for their sign. They'd give me their sign. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a Capricorn. And I'd like, oh, let me read it. Capricorn, today you will have a fruitful day in your endeavors that you are actively pursuing. You are having relationship issues or whatever, right? And the person across from you, like, oh my God, that's so me. Yeah, that's what exactly I'm going through. And then I'd be like, oh wait, you said Capricorn? Oh, my bad, dude. Oh, I just read you Aquarius. It's my bad. They'd be like, they'd have this dumbfounded, stupid look on their face. And I'd be like, let me read you the right one. And then I'd be like, Capricorn, this week, knowing what you know about that perceived future is happening and unraveling before your lives. Your lucky numbers, whatever, I just go on and they'd be like, oh yeah, no, that's it. That's more lucky. That's me. And I'd be like, yeah, that's you, Capricorn. I read you, Aries or whatever the hell. And they just get all upset and frustrated and let me see the paper. And I did this dozens and dozens and dozens of times. I'm going to say at least 100 times with 100 different people. And never did it fail for them to find something in that little piece that I read them from some other horoscope to believe, to cling to. So it's so easily a little piece of paper could define who you are, and you just readily accept it because that's what you were inculcated to believe, Anyway, all these people put a lot of credence into this astrology stuff and age determined and blah blah blah. And I say, don't copy us. Don't do that. You guys have the opportunity to educate yourself, to get smarter. Mind you, like I said, I used to believe in it. I used to chart. I used to do all this stuff. And then I started, kind of studying, certain things about physics and neurochemistry and social learning and sociology and psychology and astronomy, and then it just it made sense. Like, that doesn't make sense. Here's some good stuff to think about. Imagine you were born on some whole other planet, right? Far away, maybe on the other side of the galaxy. Right? Where you have all these other constellations, right? And who decides constellations, by the way? It was all arbitrary. It was all just random people, sages, or who knows? We don't really know who decided to say, "Oh, that's Sagittarius. Oh, that's that," and they plotted the sky, right? Why didn't they plot it a different way? So anyway, what I'm saying is, let's just pretend you're born on, because in the future, we odds are our progeny and our ancestors, our future generations, will be born on other planets. Let's say they're born on the other side of the galaxy with all their constellations, on a planet that that has 48 months in a year, that rotates two different stars. So now what? How is your astrological sign? It's not based on the same 12 zodiac signs here. So what do we divide it into 24? And come on, man. Like seriously, it's all arbitrary. You could base it on whatever you want. So please don't let your fate be determined by something that was just derived, contrived, made up. You know, there's no scientific base for it. I hate to say it to you guys. Learn, educate yourselves. Don't limit yourself, because I used to date only women that were compatible to my sign. And then I stopped doing that, and I discovered, oh my God, human beings are wonderful and diverse, and so many are almost the same that were of that so-called sign that I only dated. And then I found out some of the best relationships I had were from so-called incompatible signs. So your destiny is up to you, not preordained. It's not already written in the stars. You could write it. And the more you exercise that freedom to choose what you want and write your own life, the less chance you will end up here. Freedom, man. I'm out.